When infant cries for mother's attention, it's a beginning of a negotiation. It seems that negotiation is intuitive and present in us since birth. It is said that there is no roadmap to lead a life or raise a family. It is always an ongoing negotiation based upon the basic lubricant of relationships called give and take. Naturally, therefore, in career or business, just like life itself, we are continually engaged in negotiations, whether consciously or subconsciously. But isn't that being manipulative? And why can't life be simple? Well, as long as fear and greed exist, we should be prepared for situations that warrant negotiation. And this perhaps may be forever. So when negotiations are a necessary evil, it does make sense to learn this art and master negotiation skills consciously, not just for career advancement, but also for defending and protecting ourselves from an ever-manipulative world. Now let's get down to the basics of successful negotiations through these 4 components. 1. Guiding principles. Understanding strengths and weaknesses of self and the opponent is most critical, especially with respect to the following. A. Information available. B. Resources available, whether monetary or otherwise. C. Power and ability to influence. D. Understanding of objectives. And E. Compulsions to understand deal-breaking propositions. 2. General principles. After understanding strengths and weaknesses of both parties to a certain extent, we may seek guidance from subsequent general principles that may be applied to specific situations to find solutions. A. To bring objectivity, issues must be kept separate from persons. B. Ideally, interest of both parties should be kept in mind. C. Criteria for arrival at common ground should be defined first, before discussing the common ground itself. D. Multiple options should be kept as solution in order to increase the chance of success in negotiation. 3. Negotiation skills. Post understanding principles come skills, which may be intuitive in some people, but can also be acquired through conscious learning, and they are: A. Control over emotions like anger, fear, love, and affection. B. Objectivity in dealing by being unbiased. C. Keeping control over body language to hide emotions. And D. Understanding psychology for mental assessment of opponents. 4. Rules of negotiation. Although creative negotiation does not follow any specific rule, there still are some guiding rules that may be helpful in most situations. A. Assume everything is negotiable. B. Do not enter negotiations with fear. C. Be prepared for walking out of negotiations. D. Try taking out the final number from the opponent first. E. Never be short of time and patience. F. Keep the window for future negotiations open if no conclusion is reached. G. Try to look for collateral benefits if main objective is not met. H. Try to sense closure and take decision at the right time. Oh my God! So much to maneuver. Why can't we just ignore these negotiations and live peacefully? Agreed, but let's look at certain situations around us and then decide. 1. An employer and employee must negotiate salary and other benefits to safeguard their respective interests. 2. A sales executive, as part of his job, is required to negotiate terms with prospective customers. 3. An army officer and his team may have to negotiate a border dispute with officials of enemy country. 4. A commerce minister may have to negotiate trade terms with other countries. 5. Siblings may get to a situation where family wealth has to be equitably distributed. Indeed, these are real-life situations that we face or hear about every day. And yes, if we ignore them, we might pay heavy costs. A prayer in Sanskrit says, "O God, give me power to change what is changeable and tolerate what is not, and give me wisdom to understand what is changeable and what is not." This prayer perhaps sums up the inherence of negotiation, that it is inseparable from life.